What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh here, checking in on you out there, and you too, Bland. How in the hell are you doing? Welcome. It's Friday night. This is Beyond the Grave After Dark. We got the candles going. We got 34 days until Halloween. I went up in the attic. I did the dad thing. I was up there on the ladder. I had a 7-year-old holding the ladder. Come on, man. Don't drop the tote. I got all the Halloween stuff down, and you know, we're gonna start decorating this weekend. I have a lot of Halloween gear. We buy an animatronic every year. And then I went to this little shop called The Crypt near me, and I bought some VHS. I bought a 4-piece, a little 2 breast and wing. You know, that's not it. It's 2 breasts, no, you get one of each part of the bird. I'm out of it, dude. Anyway, we're going to go through my VHS collection tonight. Thanks for being here. And the crown jewel is right on top. We're just going to go right through them. Some of these at the end might not be horror because they're just hanging out. And I have a confession. I am Josh, and I am a VHS-aholic. And I have let my addiction to VHS slip, and I have let other people take them from me. I have done bad things because of alcohol and VHS, and tonight I'm going to bare my soul with you as we go through this VHS collection. I have let girls and moves and cities and states get in the way of my VHS hoarding, and unfortunately, I'm afraid to tell you, gentlemen and females out there, that I only have about 100 tapes to show you. The ones that I do have mean a lot to me. The other ones, they're probably sold because people don't care. But let's get right into it. Thanks for being here. If you're ready, I'm ready. This is my favorite. Prepare yourself. This is an OG. It's got the hype sticker on it. This is from American Video from Pendleton, Oregon. John Carpenter's The Ultimate in Alien Terror. The Thing. Clamshell. Are you kidding me right now? It's so hard to open. It's this old school format, right? You go right... I'm not gonna like try to ooze all over this thing, but Be Kind Rewind sticker. American Video. I didn't rewind, but look, remember when they used to have the tape like that? Do you remember when they had the barcodes on the tapes? The Thing is S tier. It is God tier. It's the closest thing to Jesus that we have. This, I'm telling you, right? It's all downhill from here. I'm just kidding, but The Thing, I worship that movie. Guess what? Back to back, baby. Back to back. Another clamshell. Look at this thing. Look at this hype sticker. New release, one night rental. The Thing. Are you ready for this? Warning, this video cassette will melt if left in the car. The most badass thing about this version of The Thing is it's a lamp. Oh, I just dropped the battery out of it. I'm sorry. I'm out of it. Horror stickers, Be Kind Rewind. This thing lights up. It also works, and it's also got the Blockbuster sticker on it. You know, you gotta have goals in life, and The Thing is a goal. Everybody needs this thing. 100 out of 10. I love The Thing. We're moving right on. We got Return of the Living Dead Part 2 with the stupid, horrible to get off Hollywood Video. Oh, I hate that sticker. Return of the Living Dead, dude. Look at how beautiful this thing is. There's a little bit of wear and tear here. This is gonna be a long ass video too. Out of control. Beautiful Warner Brothers tape. If not Fright Night, is this the best VHS cover art of all time? It's up there. It is up there, dude. Nothing but heavies in this show. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. This is the Anchor Bay tape right here. Beautiful. Oh my God. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk through. Everybody remember those tapes? I'm telling you right now. Dawn of the Dead. I mean, who am I? I'm just a dude collecting. This is perfection. I just picked this up today, so if some of these are brand new, forgive me. This is the greatest remake of all time, next to The Thing and The Fly. This is Night of the Living Dead, 1990. This is the tape you all remember. This is cinema, dude. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to try not to swear this whole video. I love this damn tape so much. I watched this thing. Columbia. Oh my God, dude. This This scared everybody in my family. I watched this thing so much. Like, I had it front to back to forwards. This is like my Bible. This is gospel to me. Night of the Living Dead, 1990, Tom Savini. S tier. Since we're talking S tier and the greatest of all time, Creepshow. Look at this tape's condition. I'm just a dude, you know, with Creepshow tattooed on his arm. I'm just one guy, folks. Dude, Adrienne Barbeau, John Carpenter's wife. Creepshow, the best anthology of all time, next to, I don't know, man, maybe Ghost Story or Black Sabbath. 10 out of 10. George Romero, Stephen F. King. I'm gonna try not. Okay, we're already at 4 minutes. Creepshow, 10 out of 10. 100 out of 10. Gear up. Clive Barker's Nightbreed. I'm gonna just pull this damn mic close. Nightbreed with the alternate cover. 10 out of 10. The monsters live here. I mean, if you don't, I freaking love Nightbreed, dude. I don't gotta talk about it. Wes Craven's best movie. It's not Last House on the Left. It's this cover, mastered in high definition. I've had this thing since I was 10, maybe 11. I forget when I bought this thing, but this is so old, dude. And I rewound it. New Line Home Video. This is, man, I love VHS. The format, nothing smells better than VHS. This is so damn good. I'm going to have to speed this up or we're never going to get through it. Try as you may, try as you might. The leprechaun will make you... I don't know. That's VHS with Dude Who Loves Movies and Cody, man. Some of the best. Leprechaun. Look at this cover. Him peeking out the door. We don't have Jennifer Aniston on the cover. No, this is Vidmark Home Video. This is the real deal. Rated R. Sticker on it. You can't rent this if you're a kid, but we did. 10 out of 10, dude. Leprechaun, are you kidding me? This is going to come up a lot. Stephen King. This is my favorite version of The Shining right here. This is one of the greatest movies of all time. I'm not even going to cover it on my channel until I'm worth a shit, because this movie is so damn good. And this, with the green logo, this is how I remember The Shining. I've had this since I was a little kid. This is my original. I have no words for The Shining, dude. I mean, it's gospel. It's gospel. I love Stephen King, and I know he hates this, but Stanley Kubrick, he made it his... We're going to get into The Shining at some point. This Texas Chainsaw, The Exorcist, you don't need anything else, dude. You just really don't. And I'm an old school head, man. This is cinema, best soundtrack, best film, fucking 10. Oh my God, the heavies keep coming. I bought this from a Suncoast Video in 1999, maybe? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the Castle Hill. MPI Home Video. Look, oh my God, that's so funny. First of all, I gotta go find the other tape that I was looking for. The eyes. Look at the eyes, Sally. What's inside the all-new restored version from 1992 is Uncle Buck. I'm in love with John Candy. He's one of my, if I'm not Jack Nicholson, John Candy's like my spirit animal. Uncle Buck, that means Texas Chainsaw Massacre is in the Uncle Buck case, because I watch horror movies and comedies. Forgive me, dude. Texas Chainsaw, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, we just said The Shining, but what are you gonna do? This I borrowed from one of my best friends when I was growing up. Super religious family, and they were like, hey, you keep playing that heavy metal music, that punk rock, you're gonna go straight to hell. You need to watch The First Family of Satanism. Bob Larson, I already covered it on my channel way back if you want to see that. This is a really rare tape. It goes for $100 on eBay. I think there was one for like 60 when I researched it, but yeah, this is just a hit piece on heavy metal music, and I don't agree with it, but First Family of Satanism, Anton LaVey's daughter Zena LaVey, and Nicholas Schreck, the dude with no ears, the werewolf. Interesting take. Dun, 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 the Twilight Zone. Another one of those horrible Hollywoods. Because when they start to come off and they start peeling, I know my buddy Mike, he's always like, dude, Goo Gone, it's your best friend. I get so paranoid when I start peeling that stuff, you know? Freaks me out. So the Twilight Zone, God rest John Landis and the people that died in this horrible movie, but there is some great scenes. Oh, dude. Awesome movie. What's his name? Oh my God. The John Landis scene, that is really unfortunate. Dan Aykroyd, though, when he's playing that little ghost in the car, the old folks, there's some freaky stuff in this movie. You got to look past the John Landis stuff. If you want to know about it, Curse Film's got a great thing. Twilight Zone, I love it. It's here. Heavy alert, dude. Video Treasures Edition, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Are you kidding me, Toby Hooper? Video Treasures. Everybody remembers that logo, man. That means you were in for a damn good time. You got the little closed caption thing right there. Rated R for a reason. This is Toby Hooper in his prime. This is all killer, no filler, baby. This is a damn good movie. Another one of those Hollywood video things that I got back in the day. This is Don Cascarilla. How do I even say it? You know what I'm talking about. Phantasm, the tall man. Freaky. Old people always freak me out, dude. This is a rip-roaring good time. This is the original theatrical version plus 4 minutes. Says right on it, so you know it's good. I have a really soft spot for these MGM releases, especially Motel Hell. All those kind of like midnight features that they did, those little doubles. I love Phantasm. Phantasm 2 is actually my shit, but this is a damn good tape, damn good movie, and you can't have Phantasm 2 without one, so I'm a big fan. One of the third or fourth movies I also purchased, this was probably in 2000, another version of The Shining. I might have 3 versions of this. I mean, if this comes out, you just buy it. It's that simple. This movie is pure. I got no words, man. And this has, what's cool about this VHS is it has special features on it. It doesn't even make sense. Before the movie starts, you've got like 30 minutes of like behind the scenes with like Stanley Kubrick just riding Jack Nicholson's ass trying to get the most out of him. I got a hard time with Stephen King hating this movie because Stanley knew what he was doing. A literal genius. This was before DVD, and they put all these bad boys out, the Stanley Kubrick collection. I think I got Full Metal Jacket in there the same way, where they got all the special features before the movie. This is physical media right here. Smells like beer, smells like me. I love it. Cruising right along, dude. My wife's probably her third favorite movie. Beetlejuice. I mean, it's a 10. I watched this movie when I was 7. That was the first time I'd ever had a Budweiser. We also watched Look Who's Talking. I remember being really tripped out when there was like the embryonic fluid and they were in the womb and John Travolta was talking. The kids were getting bored. The parents were not there. My friends were older. They put on Beetlejuice, scared, and then we watched The Witches, the Angelica Houston movie. This movie scared the crap out of me. I love Beetlejuice. Didn't love the new one because, I mean, this is gospel. If you don't look, get out of here. This is kind of a fun little documentary. This is Stephen King's This Is Horror. I picked this up on the Whatnot app. This is from Good Times Video. Everybody knows that logo, right? Good Times, man, they put out a ton of stuff. It's basically Stephen King and a bunch of clips and stuff. This is kind of like him just talking about horror movies in general, and it's just kind of like a greatest hits. You know, it's got Lovecraft, Reanimator. It's got all kinds of like shocking secrets of the... It's fun. It's very fun. It's collectible. I own it. I've had it. I love it. Watch it. The sequel to the greatest movie of all time next to The Exorcist is Jaws 2. Jaws 2, look at this cover, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at how awesome that is. This tape I've had for a long time, probably since I was like 10. It's still in really good shape. I love those MCA Universal titles with the kind of like blue textured Universal font in the background. Something about this. This is a great movie. Roy Scheider, Lorraine Gary, Murray Hamilton. Awesome flick. Even better on VHS. Jaws 2, man, it's a must-have. This next film is another like rite of passage from the early 90s that's I'm not going to cover until I feel like I'm actually worth the damn because it means so much to me. The novel, like, it stresses me out thinking about how to cover something so big and so important and so has so much significant weight in my life. When this thing came out, Everybody and their mom was watching it, even my grandma Joni. It was like, hey, Stephen King's miniseries is coming on, and you better get your popcorn ready. You got cans of Budweiser, Pepsi, and Coke for the kids. We're watching Stephen King's miniseries. And there's nothing you can do about it. This movie is so important. Like, this is the Warner Brothers hits, right? It's the whole thing. You don't have that double tape, so it's a little bit, this is an SLP mode, so it's a little compressed compared to the double tape, which I prefer. I've got a couple versions of this thing. It means the world. I love this damn movie so much. So I don't have words. I love this novel. I love everything about this. Tim Curry doesn't need prosthetics. He doesn't need special effects. Just give him a little bit of makeup and get out of the way. Tim Curry is here to ruin your life. This is Pennywise. I like the new It. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 is fine, but this is always going to be my Pennywise, dude. This is Stephen King's It, and it is fire. No words for it. A couple of these aren't necessarily horror, but they're horror related. This is Martin Scorsese's remake from, is this 1991? Cape Fear. Nick Nolte, this is the squeezing chick. It was so important, I put it in there. Of course I rewound this thing. MCA Universal. Cape Fear, this movie, Max Cady, dude. Bobby De Niro. Freaked me out. This is a banger. Jessica Lange. Nick Nolte, the only movie I really love him in. Cape Fear jacked me up as a kid. I love the music. I love everything about this. Cape Fear brings it. Speaking of bringing it, let's do some music really quick. Alice in Chains, Amy in Bondage, live, Facelift from the Moor in Seattle. I lived there. I love this band. I love everything about Seattle. This is the live Facelift. We've got, oh my God, dude. Man in the Box, Real Thing, Love, Hate, Love, Sea of Sorrow, and the best Alice in Chains song of all time, Bleed the Freak. Incredible, dude. CMV video. Love this tape. More than Alice in Chains, though, Danzig. I'm gay for Danzig. Danzig is my favorite artist. I worship Glenn Danzig. I don't care. He's been knocked out. Yeah, go screw yourself. I don't really give a shit. Danzig is gospel. This is okay. I got him backwards. This is Danzig 1 in the Lucifuge case. Danzig 1's out there. I was watching it. Lucifuge, we should probably talk about Danzig 1. Lucifuge is the best album Danzig ever did. A lot of people say part 3. Danzig is my thing. I love this tape. I've seen Danzig 12 times. I've been trying to meet the man my whole life. He finally signed my ID in Portland, Oregon a couple of years ago. I stole this from a Hollywood video when I lived in Olympia, Washington, because I was just tired of not having it. So I love Danzig. Hashtag gay for Danzig. Another major band. This is a crazy tape, dude. It almost looks like a beta. I have this tattooed a couple of different ways. The first album, one of the first albums to really take me on a ride was Pink Floyd The Wall. Especially anybody out there, The Wall Live, that 4-piece cassette that they put out. This thing was $19.95 from a flea market. I did not pay that much. I think I paid $3. Look at how big this cover of The Wall is, right? It opens up this little gatefold thing. Beautiful, dude. The Wall trips me out. I love this movie. I've done everything you can to do with this movie. Sync it up to Wizard of Oz, drop some LSD, whatever you want to do. An all-out attack on the senses. I love Pink Floyd. I love The Wall. I'm a musician, so yeah, anytime you can get out there and experiment, big fan of Pink Floyd. Another Stanley Kubrick. We're going to move fast, but this is acclaimed by critics around the world as the best war movie ever made. It is Full Metal Jacket. I have this thing memorized. I watched this movie 1,000 times without end, on a loop. I thought I was going to be in the Marine Corps, but I just don't really take orders very well. Doesn't mean Full Metal Jacket doesn't rip. Me and my wife's second favorite movie next to True Romance is Natural Born Killers, the dreaded Hollywood Video sticker, man. Double tape, Vidmark Entertainment. This movie, if you didn't watch this thing growing up, I understand why maybe it's too much for you. Maybe you're not into serial killer culture, but I was. I watched Jonathan Wayne Gacy get executed on live TV. This thing rips. I love Natural Born Killers. The soundtrack's one of the best of all time, maybe next to The Crow. Natural Born Killers is for me, I mean, this is me and my wife's favorite thing to dress up for Halloween. Natural Born Killers is the best. Another double tape. You're gonna see a theme here. Is this Good Times? No, this is Star Maker. This is Clive Barker in his prime. Hellraiser, the Hell Priest, the Hellbound Heart, the Clive Barker collection. Special 2-tape set. My buddy Mike gave me this thing. Somebody was throwing this away. Can you believe it? I mean, incredible, dude. Hellraiser and Hellbound. These are the same. This is the same company that put out Evil Dead. You can tell by those logos on the front, the stickers. Somebody didn't rewind. Hellraiser 2. Hellbound's the best Hellraiser of all time. Fight me. This is the best book, one of the best books I've ever read, the little novella, The Hellbound Heart. I worship Hellraiser. We haven't covered that as well. You can see a theme kind of here. The Shining, Hellraiser, even The Exorcist. Like, there's stuff I'm just not going to touch yet. I mean, I covered Jaws, but it was the 4th of... I suck. What are you going to do? Stephen King, another feature in my VHS collecting. This was $2. One of the best novels out there, Cujo. Cujo, making dogs scary. Thank God they kept the kid alive. Republic Pictures, you remember that? Same as the Thinner logo. Cujo is so awesome, dude. D. Wallace, great little soundtrack, great creature effects. The dude in the dog suit. I love Cujo. We talked about this earlier. You can't have Phantasm 1 without Phantasm 2. The ball is back. Phantasm 2 is so good. It's so good. Anything like in a mausoleum, a mortuary, dude, sign me up. The MCA Universal logo with the blue. 10 out of 10. Love this movie. I gotta get stickers off of here. Somebody recommend the best way. I'm just so careful. I'm just afraid I'm gonna tear them up. I bought this today for $4. $4. A double feature from this place, from the Crypt. She was like, I'm trying to follow eBay prices. God bless her. But she did. I mean, this is more expensive than that. This is House 1 and 2. The second story. The first house, man. It's kind of like gateway horror for kids that are like too scared. Even though I forget if there's nudity in it. But the house is so good. This is another one of those Star Maker films. They put this thing out. House 1 and 2, incredible, dude. I actually like the second story better. I kind of get lost when we start getting into House 3. The box set's a little silly, but the first two, man, for $4 all day, dude. That's an automatic purchase. We're gonna pretend that the Heretic doesn't exist, and we're just gonna go straight into Legion. Exorcist 3. This movie scared me so bad. I forget if it was this. There's another movie. It's not Rabid Grannies. There's another grandma movie. It was the first time I was ever scared of old people, but The Exorcist 3 from 1990 jacked me up. This movie is so scary, dude. George C. Scott, God bless him. This is a 10 out of 10 any day of the week. Brad Dourif, just killing it, man. Incredible. This is a really hard movie to find. I will never get rid of it. It's almost impossible. I know there's a Blu-ray. It's imported right now, but it's still like $50, $45, I think, what was the cost to ship it. H.P. Lovecraft. This is from, I think it's 93. This is an anthology movie. I love Howard Phillips Lovecraft, like Edgar Allan Poe, Lovecraft, Stephen King. Lovecraft is my thing. Necronomicon, The Book of the Dead, anthology. 10 out of 10. From the producer of True Romance. This movie is so good. It's so slept on. It doesn't get the... I know there's a Blu-ray of it now, but this is prime for Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow. Someone needs to put this thing out. This is such a good movie. It's got this great kind of wraparound. I want to say Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is in this thing. Banger title, dude. Banger, bang. I had it in a protective sleep forever because I was worried about it. You can see I still got the stupid Hollywood video things on there, but this is a prized possession. I love this movie more than anything. Not as much as this movie, though. Not as much as this movie at all. I have 4 copies of this movie because everybody always wants it, and either one's missing, someone's borrowing it, or it just doesn't play. From Vidmark Home Video, the goriest fright film of all time. You know what we're talking about. Dead Alive. Dead Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, King Kong. Nah. Dead Alive, dude. This movie is this kind of... I know there's other films before it that kind of created the splatter genre, but this took that thing and blew the damn doors off. This is an incredible fucking movie, man. Incredible. Me and my brother have this tradition where we don't end October until he comes over. If you've been following along on the channel, you know. Before the 31st of October, we get together, we pop tall cans of beer and maybe some really good bourbon, and we watch Dead Alive. We rewind it, we slow-mo, we get the most out of this film. This is a 100 out of 10. This is in my probably top 15 movies of all time. This is so funny, it's so good. I can't believe this doesn't exist on 4K. I can't believe that we don't have it from one of these big boutique labels. I don't understand what the problem is, man. I have a couple of DVDs. I don't want that 4:3 ratio. Give me this thing in 4K. I know there's a Blu-ray. Dead Alive. God tier. We can quickly go through some Friday the 13th. I love these films as well, especially the Paramount ones. Part 3 is my favorite Friday the 13th of all time. 3D glasses from the DVDs. I just did that. Guess what? I don't have Part 4. I don't have the final chapter. I'm ashamed to tell you out there that I don't have it. And if you have Friday the 13th out there on VHS, and I know I can buy it on eBay right now for under $20, but at this point I'm looking for it out in the wild. I want to find it authentically. I want it to come to me. Next to Part 3, it goes 7 for me, and then Part 4, and I don't own Part 4, and it's a regret, but we're going right into Part 5. These enchiladas, these spicy enchiladas, still, you know, what? Dropping shit. Those logos, man. Part 6, Jason Lives. I mean, who am I? Who am I to compare? Part 7, dude, The New Blood. People used to put stickers on there like, oh yeah, you gotta be so old. Bangers. I don't have Jason Goes to Manhattan out here either. I apologize. Some other movies I just have just hanging out that are either my wife's or just ones that aren't horror. You know, Slipknot. She's a huge Slipknot fan. I celebrate part of Iowa, but this is her VHS. Kind of cool. None More Black. The best doc. The best biopic of all time on the best band of all time. Spinal Tap. Smell the glove. Smell the glove. I've wore this thing out, dude. It like has so much tracking I worship Spinal Tap. This is a movie I bought when I was camping. It became me and my cousin's favorite movie of all, like our favorite go-to. The Edge, the premiere series, 20th Century Fox. Put this thing out on 4K. This could be horror depending on who you are. Look at that beautiful blue title. The Edge, man. Bart the Bear from Great Outdoors and a bunch of other movies. The Edge is probably one of my favorite survival flicks of all time. Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2, because you gotta have them. Kingpin, because it's the fairly... Dude, Bill Murray. Terry Gilliam, the dude from Fear and Loathing, 12 Monkeys, banger title. Land Before Time 1 and 2. End this thing now with just a Goodwill bang. Clamshell, Disney's Halloween movie, Christmas movie, you know what, Touchstone home video. You decide, no judgment. That's what's cool about Beyond the Grave, is I don't really care. As long as you're here for physical media, I'm here for you. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Is there anything better? Look, it's got the little original purchase thing on it. Open the clamshell up, rewound. We got to go out on a bang. I got a ton of movies that aren't horror up there, but I just wanted to stop because I had a huge pile. So, folks, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking around. If you're an old tape head out there, I am talking to you. This is a very meager collection, dude. My best friend has probably 500 to 1,000 tapes, like walls and walls of tapes. Movies that you don't need on VHS, he has. That's his preferred format. I got a VHS 4-head hi-fi player in there. I just don't use it that much, so I'm really proud of VHS. This is how I started watching horror movies, how I started watching physical media in the first place, so it's hard for me to get rid of it, and I'm missing probably a couple of hundred of them, and it just breaks my heart. But the ones that I still have, like I've had for a long time, and they mean a lot to me. So if you're out there and you're an old tape head like me, I appreciate you guys. It's crazy that there's kind of this renaissance now. Like, I went to the store and I paid $27 for 4 tapes. These used to be $1.50 a piece, so it's crazy to buy Creepshow for $9. And they're like, we're trying to price it based off of eBay. And, we've all got those grail titles out there. If you're gonna try to buy Dead Alive, you're looking at 40, 50, $100 depending on the format. So that Lovecraft tape, it's worth a lot of money. I'm never getting rid of it. From my cold dead fingers, right? Like my firearms in the other room. You can't take them. So if you want to see more from me, please like, comment, subscribe, throw a like down there. It sure means a lot to me. I appreciate everybody out there watching the channel, sharing it. We're on the quest for 1,000 subscribers. We're coming into Oktoberfest, and I'm really getting excited for the season. Go out there, have a great weekend, decorate your house, put on something spooky, have a great time with your friends, your family, whatever you're into. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, we have got some crazy reviews coming. There's some disturbing stuff, some kind of like classic, October haunted house, October stuff that I'm really excited to do. Pumpkinhead is the very first film that I watch every single day on October 1st. Every single day. I'm out of it, dude. I thought about doing this thing as a live where I just but then I was like, no one's gonna like chat or say anything because I'm just kind of talking to myself, and I wanted to have music. I kind of wanted to just go through and show it off. If you're interested in doing some lives, hit me up. I think I got a podcast coming with my buddy really soon, but yeah, we'll go live pretty soon. I just kind of want to give people enough notice, and we'll maybe do like a kind of question and answer stuff, and we'll just go through some shit. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Get into something scary. Cheers.